Welcome to The Source, where we combine the headlines with in-depth conversations with the newsmakers themselves. I'm Pinky Webb. Today on the program, the biggest fuel price increase in 10 weeks takes effect as the impact of the Ukraine-Russia conflict reaches the Philippines. Lawmakers are urging President Rodrigo Duterte to declare a state of economic emergency to provide relief to affected sectors. And while prices of basic goods remain stable, Meralco warns electricity may cost more due to the soaring fuel prices. Energy Undersecretary Gerardo Erguiza and Piston National President Mody Floranda join us live. So an unprecedented increase in local prices, as we mentioned, takes effect today. Let's get the situation on the ground from our Chrissy Dimatulak reporting to us live. Chrissy, go ahead.
Yes, Pinky, most gasoline stations here in Mandaluyong and other cities have run out of buffer stock after motorists trooped to gas stations up until late last night. Yesterday, there were long queues of motorists who filled up their tanks right before the recent price hikes set in. In stations like here in Petrogas, after replenishing its stocks this morning, the premium gas is now at 69.25 pesos per liter. Today marks the 10th straight hike. Oil companies announced on Monday that effective 6 a.m. Tuesday, they will be increasing pump prices by 3.60 pesos per liter, diesel by 5.85 pesos per liter, and kerosene by 4.10 pesos per liter. From the world market perspective, the latest drivers for this week's soaring oil prices included discussions to ban Russian crude oil in the United States and Europe, as well as the delays in talks of reviving the nuclear deal with Iran. Back to you, Pinky.
Chrissy, what are the motorists saying?
Well, Pinky, motorists are dismayed by the consecutive and continuing fuel price hikes. Most of the drivers who are loading up other vehicles here in Petrogas are tricycle drivers who hope that the fare also gets bumped up in order to compensate for the price hike. And also, motorists are expecting that prices in commodities and goods will also be increasing. Back to you, Pinky.
Thanks a lot, Chrissy Dimatulak, reporting to us live from Mandaluyong City. Now, let's go straight to the source of the story. We have Energy Undersecretary Gerardo Erguiza. Yusek, welcome to the source, and thank you so much for your time.
Good morning, Pinky, and good morning to our viewers and listeners.
So first, let's talk about what the DOE, the Department of Energy, can do to help cushion the impact of rising fuel prices. Let's talk short term first.
Yeah, with the short-term, Pinky, we have a whole-of-government approach, which involves DOE and all the other agencies in government. With respect to DOE, you know very well that this rise in prices started sometime in October last year, and we went through a process of consulting and discussing, going back to the drawing board with various oil companies, and asked and appealed to them to give discounts to consumers. And we were able to get discounts from 1 peso to 4 pesos on different concepts. And these are posted in the website of the Department of Energy. And for those who want to avail, then and they're covered by it, then they could just go and inquire on the website of the DOE. Next,
But not,
of course...
But you said not all stations are implementing this 1 to 4 peso discount.
Yeah, there are geographical based discounts, loyalty based, and other kinds of promotional discounts are being offered. But generally, the transport sector is the target in this one.
Mm-hmm. So you were saying something else about the short-term plans.
Yeah, and next, of course, is the Pantawid Pasada to address the impact to the the transport sector, and a budget of 2.5 billion was incorporated in the 2022 JEA, and this being worked out implemented by the LFTRB. And the last night there was the secretary had this audience with the Economic Development Council, the president, and they proposed an additional amount to be added to this 2.5 billion in the JA project. Next
Of
is
how much? What is added to the 2.5 billion, sir?
What I was told it's around 2.5 billion also. And,
another 2.5 billion.
Yeah, that was proposed in the Economic Development Council meeting. And secondly, with respect also to the subsidy that will be given to farmers and fisher folks, we have an available 500 million that was included in the General Appropriations Act for the 2022 budget. And this is being implemented by the Department of Agriculture. I understand an additional amount also was proposed to be incorporated in this initial subsidy for them.
Yusek, pag-usapan po natin yung Pantawid Pasada dahil marami po sa mga transport sector, yung mga drivers ay hinihintay po ito. There was a hearing yesterday at the House of Representatives, and I believe you were there as well. And where is the problem here? Why this still has not been distributed to the drivers? I understand apart from it not being distributed, there could be a problem also with regards to who accepts or who are able to who are eligible for this 2.5 billion peso, because apparently some of it actually goes to the operators. Yes,
it's good. There was a hearing yesterday, and there were some concerns, but I understand it was resolved yesterday with respect to the implementation. The slowdown, I understand, was due to some documentation problems. But the DBM, the LTFRB were there yesterday, and it was resolved. Then the issue on whether or not the tricycle sector will be included, I think that was also resolved yesterday.
Yeah, so that they are included as well. Kasama po sila sa 2.5 billion. But you said, but this is really between the LTFRB and the DOTR and the Department of Budget and Management. The DBM saying yesterday meron pang kulang na mga dokumento. So hinihintay pa rin po itong Pantawid Pasada na 2.5 billion pesos. But let's go to the DOE. You were there yesterday as well. And the stand of the DOE really is to amend the oil deregulation law of 1998. May we find out what specific provisions you want amended or changed in the 1998 law?
Yes, Pinky, that's true, because year in, year out, every time we have an increase in world market prices, then it really affects the public and the consumers. And it appears that our hands are tied. We just have to wait. If you notice, it is the oil companies that announce the increases, not even the DOE, because they know what the price is and they just have to make computations and announce the increases. We have to revisit this benchmarking pricing, and we have incorporated in the amendment as our number one item, of course, is the inclusion of the unbundling of the prices of oil. When you say unbundling, we have to separate the benchmark price from the additional cost of oil that is sold in the retail market. And this additional cost, we call it the industry take. We might be able to see items where we could decrease or lower the price of oil. Okay. And the Department of
Energy... Pasensya na po, tagalugin po natin para siguro mas madaling maintindihan because it gets a little bit technical. Isa po sa hinihingi niyong possibly to amend dito po sa 1998 oil deregulation law, yung tinatawag na unbundling. Is this similar to the unbundling of the fees doon po sa mga kuryente?
Kasi kailangan natin malaman kasi may debate tayo dyan. No? Pinky, pag nag-uumpisa tayo ng presyo ng gasolina or oil products, ang pinag-uumpisa natin yung world market price. So sabihin natin, yan ay equivalent to X. Ano? At pero pag binibenta na yan sa retail, is X yung like freight, transportation, insurance, taxes, etc. No? A, B, C, D, E, F. Sabihin mo, so X plus A, B, C, D, E, F. Dito sa A, B, C, D, E, F, the position, ang position ng DOE ay hindi to kasama sa deregulated amount, no, regime. Ang deregulated lang, dapat hindi pa kailaman dito, is the world market price. At doon sa pag-aaral namin, it could be, it's possible na pwede tayo makapagbaba dito ng amount. Mababantayan natin dito sa mga additional amounts dito sa bayad dito sa oil kung ito ay na-unbundle natin. At kaya nagpalabas kami ng department circular saying that itong mga oil companies i-unbundle itong price ng oil para makita natin kung pwede tayong makahanap ng discount yan. But nagkaroon ng TRO. Alam niyo naman sa korte, no? Ang TRO ito yung papahinto ng application ng department circular at preliminary injunction. Natigil po ito. Kaya kami ay dumudulog ngayon na isama ito sa na oil deregulation law para maging batas na at mapag-usapan ng mabuti at masusi yung sinasabi namin na ito ay hindi kasama sa deregulated regime.
Kahapon din po, Yusek, nagkaroon po kayo ng pahayag, if I'm not mistaken, na you're hoping that the DOA will have the power, magkaroon po ang DOA ng kapangyarihan para po makontrol ang mga presyo ng gasolina, gayon din pag-suspend dito pong tinatawag na taxes on fuel. We're gonna talk about that, but we need to take a very short break. This is The Source on CNN Philippines. Please stay tuned. Watching The Source on CNN Philippines, I'm Pinky Webb. Our guest today, Energy Undersecretary Gerardo Erguiza. Sir, meron po kasi akong natanggap na nagsasabing medyo mahirap daw intindihin itong unbundling. Saan niyo ho ba ma-compare ito kahalintulad? Ito pong tinatawag na unbundling. It's almost as if you buy something and this is the particular price, bago po makarating dito sa atin, kunwari sa Metro Manila, marami pong added cost along the way. Tama ho ba yun?
Yes, Pinky. At
Okay, so
makikita natin kung, kasi ang term talaga dito, Pinky, na ginagamit namin dito yung industry take. Based on all of this, ano ba talaga yung industry take? Yung patong ng industry. Yung profit.
Okay.
Kailangan natin makita yon. But you will not be able to see that pag hindi mo na unbundle. Siyempre, hindi mo makikita kung saan sumusobra yung pinapatungan sa mga ito. At hindi mo makikita kung ano talaga yung industry. But once you unbundle, doon mo makikita. Yeah,
okay.
And that's for the best of the consumers.
Okay. Yusek, so can you very simply describe to us bakit ho ba nagtataas, patuloy ang pagtaas ng presyo ng diesel, ng gas, ng kerosene dito sa Pilipinas? What is the cause?
Yes, Pinky, ito ay isang global na problema actually, hindi lang dito sa Pilipinas. Nandito ako ngayon sa Houston, Texas, no, kasi meron kami activity. At in the recent month, $1 ang tinaas per gallon. So that's equivalent to 13 pesos. At the other day, tumaas na naman ng 19 cents. At nakikita mo dito, yung mga sasakyan, di rin masyadong nabibiyahe at nakikita mo na uneasy rin ang mga Amerikano, lalong-lalo na at meron silang tawag na proactive positioning dito sa giyera sa Russia. Nagdidebate rin sila dito whether or not kukuha sila ng supply sa Russia. They can afford kung kukuha sila hindi dahil sila ay producer. Pero tayo mahirap, no? So, hindi lang ho ito sa Pilipinas na ito. At alam nyo, nung nag-umpisa ito sa sinasabi natin na concept of supply and demand, nung nag-umpisa ng masolve ang ating pandemya at nagbabalikan ng mga tao, pwede na lumabas, nag-umpisa ng ma-activate ang ating economic activities. At alam niyo naman po, ang ekonomiya sa buong mundo, kailangan niyo ng energy. At kailangan mo, at sa transport system, lalong-lalo na tinamaan itong oil products po. So, tumaas yung demand ho natin, yung supply production, hindi nakakope up. And normally, sa produkto, ganyan no nangyayari. To address the situation, ang oil of petroleum exporting countries nag-commit ng additional 400,000 production a day. Pero that was in the last quarter last year. But as of now, it was reported that the OPEC only produces 10,000 out of 400,000. So ang laking deficit yun. Then we are anticipating the entry of the Iran supply. May sanction ito, 700,000. And ang Venezuela, more than 500,000. So kung napasok ito, ay tamang-tama ito sa market. Kaya lang may sanctions sa kanila. And their products are not being allowed in the market. Ang United States po naman, nag-slow down sa kanyang shale technology. Kung malaman yung 2014, may kakulangan. Pero nung nag-boom ang shale technology ng Amerika, nag-produce ng 13 million additional barrels a day. Pero ngayon, nasa 11.3 more or less ang production nila, 1.7 ang hindi nila produce because of the direction po na ng transition towards renewable, ng sources of energy maging renewable na. So yung fossil fuels, hindi sila nag-invest kasi bababa. So tinamaan tayo ngayon dito yan. And na itong lumabas, itong problema natin sa Russia and Ukraine, medyo nagkomplika kasi magkakaroon po tayo ng competition again doon sa pag-aagawan ng supply. For example, yung galing Russia na papunta ng Europe, kung nag-slow down yan at walang makuha sa Europe, they will compete ngayon doon sa traditional sources ng fuel. No? At itong supply na to, maraming mga reserves naman no, na pwedeng pakukunan, na pag-imbak. As a matter of fact, there are 7 billion na reserves po natin, ang 499 na consume previously. Kaya lang, parang dito sa rice, pag kulang ng rice, meron dyan mga nakaimbak. Pag nilabas yan, nagmamahal. Wala tayong problema sa supply. Ang complication lang, siyempre, gera ito, may problema. Ang the countries, superpowers, whatever, they tell it or not, pero they have to keep their fuel also, diba? For extreme reasons.
So,
gera ngayon, you cannot be active in these instances.
Yusek, so pag-usapan po natin, you mentioned a while ago, very briefly, itong oil supply issue. Meron po bang kakulangan?
Well, wala po tayong kakulangan dito sa Pilipinas. Tuloy-tuloy po ang pakipag-ugnayan namin sa mga oil companies. At they assured us, number one, meron silang mga kontrata and yung mga kontrata nila nasusunod naman sa supply. Ang nag-iiba lang po yung presyo. At to monitor this, meron tayo yung tinatawag na minimum inventory requirement policy.
Which is 30 to 40 days. Yun nga po, I also read, Yusek, that there has to be an inventory of 30 to 40 days. My question is, will you be able to discover or find out if this is being met?
Yeah, yes, we are monitoring it strictly. And as of yesterday, mga 42 days actually nasa inventory nila. And let me just add, as a long-term plan, the DOE came out with a policy to involve, the Philippine National Oil Company. Ito yung tinatawag na magpatayo ng isang strategic petroleum reserve, which is a concept borrowed from other countries. Mag-iimbak ito ng mga oil products for extreme circumstances. Kaya lang ito nasa feasibility study stage pa lang kasi tatanungin yan, pag it's PNOC, there has to be funding and is it profitable? Is it really good for the country? Dalawa kasi yan Pag maglabas ng pera ang gobyerno, hindi noon pwedeng nakatambak lang yung pera doon na sasabihin mo na reserve lang ito. So somewhere along the way, once this feasibility study is done, makikita natin to how it's going to operationalize.
Opo, so ngayon pinag-aaralan pa rin po because I understand that DOE actually handles the PNOC, tama ho ba, the Philippine National oil company. Kasi ang sinasabi po ni Senator Manny Pacquiao, just as a last question, sir, please, I hope you could be brief. Sabi niya, the DOE should have the foresight to actually create an oil stockpile para po matulungan tayo dito to help stabilize the prices. So it's clear, this is still on feasibility study.
Well, opo, ma'am, sana makita ni Senator Pacquiao na ang DOE, bago niya naisip yan, naisip na namin. Doon na yung framework, yung Department Circular laying down the framework for a strategic petroleum reserve. Alam niyo, ang problema mo natin, gusto ko lang pabalikan lahat-lahat ng ito po, ay ang framework natin. I think this is high time that we ask candidates like Senator Pacquiao overall kung anong energy agenda nila. How he thinks to address itong problema sa oil natin, how he thinks to address itong strategic petroleum reserve, and overall how he thinks to address energy security, reliability, sustainability, and the price of oil. I think it's high time, no? Balikan natin ng mga kandidato, dito natin tanungin, do they have an energy agenda for the country? Because every day, problema natin ito. Pag wala tayong kuryente, pag-charge ng telepono, wala tayong air condition or electric fan. Ang tatanong mga tao sa kapatid. And this is part of the energy agenda. So I think Senator Pacquiao instead also should lay down his energy agenda.
Yeah, I guess you will address that to all the candidates if you're looking for an energy agenda, because I also remember Senator Nancy Binay was also saying that dapat po gumawa ng more power plants, etc. And of course, as you mentioned a while ago, no, renewable energy as well. Unfortunately, Undersecretary, we've run out of time. I still have another guest. I hope we can continue this discussion another time so we better understand the situation here. Maraming salamat po sa inyo, Undersecretary Erguiza.
Maraming salamat po, Pinky, at sa lahat po ng nanonood. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. And coming up, how are drivers and commuters dealing with the impact of rising fuel prices? Piston President Mody Floranda joins us live after the break. Watching The Source on CNN Philippines, I'm Pinky Webb. Our guest today, Piston President Mody Floranda. Mody, magandang umaga po sa inyo. Kayo ba ay nasan po ba kayo ngayon? Dahil may meeting sa LTFRB ngayong araw, hindi po ba?
Opo, nandito po tayo sa harapan ng LTFRB. Ang isang problema lang, tipong yung hearing po yung hearing ngayong umaga ay online. Kasi batay dito sa mga security guards, ay sinasabi nila wala namang hearing dito sa national sa tanggapan ng LTFRB.
Saan daw?
Hindi na po inano lang ng mga security guards at hindi naman nila sinabi kung saan nagaganap yung hearing.
Opo, pero hindi ho ba kahit ako ang alam ko may meeting ngayong araw?
Opo, at yung ating yung pinabot nga sa yung naano nga natin kahapon do sa hearing sa Kongreso ay ngayong 9 o'clock ng umaga. Pero batay dito sa mga security guard nga po ng LTFRB ay hindi nga dito ginaganap yung public hearing. So nga doon sa petition.
Opo, okay. Mody, pag-usapan po natin, nahihirapan na ho talaga yung mga driver, no? Dahil sa patuloy na pagtaas ng presyo ng gasolina. Lahat po ay tinatamaan dito. Meron po mga balita yung ibang mga jeepney drivers, hindi na po 9 pesos ang sinacharge na minimum, tinataas na po ng at least 10 pesos. Ano ho ang inyong stand dito? Dahil parang ano na po, kahit mali, kapit sa patalim na lang po sila dahil hindi na po kaya.
Sa bahagi naman po mula nung pumasok yung pandemya at mula nung tayo at pinayagan na muling makabalik sa ating hanapbuhay, yung ating pong mga pasahero ay kusang nagbibigay na po ng 10 piso na dagdag nga at pag nagbayad sila ng 10 ay hindi na nila sinisingid yung piso na sukli dahil sinasabi naman nila na naunawaan nila yung kalagayan nga ng sektor ng transportasyon dahil mataas nga po yung presyo ng petrolyo ngayon sa ating bansa.
So, ang pasahero na po ang tumutulong na lang. Pusa na lang po.
Opo, ano naman yan, ay yung pong piso kasi ay pinagkaloob po yan noong 2018 ng November 10. Noong November 2, nung tumaas po yung presyo ng petrolyo noong 2018, ay nagkaroon po tayo ng increase. Ano? At yung mula sa 8 pesos ay ginawang 10 piso. At after 2 months, ay ibinaba uli yung pamasahe dahil sa bumabari yung presyo ng petrolyo. Kaya ang panawagan po namin sa bahagi po namin sa Piston ay ibalik na lang doon sa
Opo.
dating minimum na 10 piso.
Opo. Ang tinatawag po doon, Mody, yung provisional increase, hindi ho ba?
Opo, actually may tarifa po yun. Hindi siya provisionary increase dahil meron naman siyang tarifa noong 2018 na katunayan na pinapayagan po ng 10 piso.
Opo, okay. So papaano po ngayon? Naghihigpit na lang po ng sinturon. Magkano ho ba nauuwi na isang driver, sabihin natin sa 10 oras o 12 oras na pagmamaneho?
Sa ngayon po Ma'am Pinky ay umaabot na po tayo ng 12 to 18 hours para madagdagan lamang yung ating kararampot na kinikita ng mga driver at operator. Dahil kung sa ngayon po ay halos ang naiuwi na lamang ng mga driver ay umaabot na lamang ng 300 to 400 pesos sa loob po ng 16 hours o 18 hours. Dahil nga doon sa patuloy na pagtaas ng presyo ng petrolyo at sa ngayon ay umaabot po ng direct na nawawalang kita ng mga driver ay umaabot po ng 363 pesos kada araw. Yung dapat ito ay nagagamit na doon sa pangangailangan ng pamilya ng mga driver. Kaya pag tininan po natin, Ma'am Web, ay sa loob po ng 25 days, ay halos umaabot po ng 4,800 pesos yung direktang nawawala sa kita ng mga driver dahil nga sa patuloy na pagtaas ng presyo ng petrolyo.
Opo, malaki. As a last question, Sir Mody, ito pong subsidy, yung pantawid pasada, matagal yun na ho atang inaasahan ito. At ano ho ba sabi kahapon? Sigurado na ho ba kung kailan ito may distribute?
Kahapon ay batay po doon sa hearing natin sa Kongreso dahil tayo naman ay bahagi ng naganap na hearing ay sinasabi po ng DBM ay kulang pa yung mga dokumento na ipinapile ng LTFRB. At kung may tatlong dokumento pa yung kulang, kaya't ang atas nga ng ating mga congressman kahapon ay immediate na kailangan ay isumiti ng LTFRB sa DBM para ma-release yung pundo na umaabot ng 2.5 billion. Hindi lamang sa hanay po ng mga driver ng jeep, kundi sa lahat ng hanay ng public transport. Ito yung Ma'am Wave na umaabot ng 6,500. Pero ito po ay isang bigayan lamang. Kaya naroon pa rin yung ating panawagan na talagang para makatulong hindi lamang sa hanay ng mga driver ay yung pagsuspinde doon sa pagsuspinde ng isa-stock sa produktong petrolyo para lahat ay mag-benefits, lahat ay manabang. Hindi lamang po ang sektor ng transportasyon.
Opo, Piston President Mody Floranda. Sir, maraming salamat din po sa inyong oras. Thank you. And thank you for joining us here on The Source. I'm Pinky Webb. You're watching CNN Philippines.